We're going to experiment today on that sour cream that we got from Azure Standard. We're going to see if we can use that as a yogurt starter. Hello family, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I am Vicki and you are with Grammy in the kitchen. So this is the milk I had left over last week that I had picked up. And then I went ahead and picked up my gallon for this week. I've already separated the cream from this one, but I do want to add it to here to get a whole half gallon. So I have the Instant Pot insert. We do need to put this in the Instant Pot base to get it to the boiling point, and then we need to let it cool off to between 110 and 115 degrees. So the insert with the half gallon of milk. We're going to hit the yogurt button until it says boil. We're going to let it come up to temperature, which is going to be between 180 and 190 degrees. Then we will need to let it cool off to 110 to 115 degrees. Now, on the video when we talked about the Azure haul and the protein haul, and I mentioned that we were going to do an experiment of freezing sour cream, and a lot of y'all said sour cream doesn't freeze very well. But we bought this to do the experiment with anyway. I do appreciate your advice, but this is frozen. We need to let it thaw so we can inoculate the milk to make yogurt. And I'm also going to take this heavy cream and make another batch of sour cream using this as a starter. Now yogurt, when it has live active ingredients, has 5 different bacterias. This sour cream has 3 of the 5 live bacterias. So we're going to see if this will work. And this is the first one we kept out of the freezer. And it has a little bit in here. It's probably enough to do the sour cream, but not do the yogurt. So we're going to leave that right there. And I need to separate the heavy cream from this gallon of milk. So I'm just using a measuring cup. This is a 1/3 cup measure. And I'm just skimming the top to make sure we're just getting heavy cream and not milk. We do end up with some milk in our heavy cream, but it's okay. The first half gallon I was able to get a whole pint. The second half gallon, I don't think I'm going to get a pint. But it's okay. Whatever we get, we'll just stick in the freezer. Alright, that's it. So we'll stick this in the freezer, and next week when we pick up our milk, we'll just add to it. We'll put cold heavy cream on top of frozen heavy cream. It's not going to be a problem. So once the Instant Pot beeps that it's boiled, we'll go ahead and take the insert out, let it come down to 110 to 115 degrees, and then we're going to inoculate it with our Nancy's probiotic sour cream. Now yogurt, you need to sterilize your milk, so that's why you want to get it to a boiling point. But for sour cream, you don't have to do that. So I have the cold heavy cream right here. Just going to dump a little bit into this container to make sure we get all the goodness out of this container with the sour cream. And you can use lemon juice, but lemons is not something I usually keep in my house. And since this is a probiotic, I can't see why this would not work. But I have made sour cream using yogurt starter. Never made yogurt using sour cream, but this is what we're doing. Right, so that looks pretty well mixed in there. Stuff everything back in here. And I can tell you, family, this is the best sour cream I have ever had in my life. All right, we're going to mix that in really well. All right, that looks good. Then I have a piece of white cloth. This is an old curtain. I want to put that on top. Put the ring around it so it can breathe. And we're just going to leave it right here on the countertop for 24 hours. So we'll check on this tomorrow. In the meantime, we're still waiting on the milk to come to a boil so we can make our yogurt. So it boiled, it beat. Now we're going to let it sit right here until it cools down to the required temperature between 110 and 115 degrees. It's probably going to take somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour. I'll keep track of the time and I'll let you know. So it took an hour and 15 minutes for it to come down to temperature, but it is between 110 and 115 degrees. So here's a little bit of our sour cream. I do want to tempt it with some milk. So we're just going to add a little bit of milk in here. Still a little frozen, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to whisk that into the milk. All right, perfect. Now we're going to pour this into the bulk of the milk. We want to whisk that to make sure it gets evenly distributed into the milk. We're going to drop the insert into the Instant Pot. Put the lid on. We're going to hit yogurt until it says normal, and it'll have some hours. I got it for 12 hours. So now we're going to let it sit here for 12 hours. And you want your yogurt to ferment between 8 and 14 hours. The lower the number, the less tangy it will be. The higher the amount of time, it'll be more tangy. I like mine tangy, but not super tangy. So 12 hours would be perfect. After 12 hours, it'll turn itself off. It can sit in there overnight if it needs to. And then all we have to do is remove it. I do like my yogurt thick, so I am going to strain it to make a Greek style yogurt, and the way we're going to water our plants outside. Tomatoes, they need a lot of calcium to grow tomatoes. So that's what we save our eggshells for. We feed it to our tomato plants. The whey, after we strain the yogurt, will have both protein and calcium. So we're going to feed that to our tomato plants. So that's just going to sit there for 12 hours. We're going to leave our sour cream right here on the counter for 24 hours. I'll see you tomorrow morning, family. It's been 24 hours. Let's check on this experiment. The yogurt has been in the Instant Pot on a yogurt setting for 12 hours. I've already gone to bed. I left it in there overnight. But I want to show you what we can do in our kitchen if we have the right ingredients. Check this out. We have yogurt. I do want to taste it because we do like our yogurt on the tangy side. That is really good. Who knew that you can make yogurt from a cultured sour cream? I do like my yogurt thick, more like a Greek yogurt, so I do want to strain this. So this is my milk bag. We use this to make ricotta cheese. We use this to make now yogurt. It's a great bag for straining. And I have a bowl. I'm going to put it inside the milk bag so the whey will separate from the yogurt and make a very, very thick yogurt. Oh, but one thing real quick. We do want to save a little bit so that we can have a starter for the next time we need to make yogurt. Now the rest of this we're going to strain. I'm going to let that strain just a bit. And now let's check on the sour cream. Now this was made with heavy cream and a sour cream starter, which we use there, Nancy's probiotic. That did not work. Looks like it wants to. It's still soupy, but I do want to taste it. That did not work. Now the last time we made sour cream together, I used a heavy cream and I used a yogurt starter to make sour cream, but I had it in the Instant Pot on the yogurt setting in the jar. I think that's what we should have done. Now this has been sitting out for 24 hours. I don't think it was warm enough in my kitchen for it to do what it had to do. We had a cold front come through yesterday, and I do have windows open and it was cool in the house. So I think it's because it wasn't warm enough in the kitchen for it to do its thing. So the next time we do this, we're actually going to do it in the Instant Pot like we did the last time. Put our starter in here, some heavy cream, and put it on the yogurt setting in the Instant Pot. We'll leave it in the jar, put the jar in the pot, and put the pot in the Instant Pot. But the flavor is not there, the consistency is not there. That was a fail, but that's okay. We can move forward. But we did get yogurt. I'm excited about that. Now you don't have to strain your yogurt if you don't mind a looser yogurt. I like the Greek yogurt style, so that's why I strain it. And the whey will not go to waste. We'll actually give that to our garden outside. Matter of fact, I probably will give this failed sour cream to the garden, because it has calcium, it has protein, and tomato plants love calcium. See if I can get it all in here ever so slightly. And this was a half gallon of milk with a couple tablespoons of the probiotic sour cream. And once it's strained, I should get about a quart of yogurt. And in that shorter period of time, I probably got about a cup of whey. So I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator with the yogurt in the bag and a fine mesh strainer inside of a bowl. We'll put this in the refrigerator, let it finish straining, and then in a couple hours we'll have Greek yogurt. Starter's going to go in the refrigerator, so the next time we need to make yogurt, we already have a yogurt probiotic starter. We're going to have to revisit making sour cream again using the Nancy's sour cream probiotic, but this time we're going to use the Instant Pot to do the fermentation and not the warmth in our kitchen, because it's not. But that's okay. This will go to the plants. It looked like it wanted to try to turn into sour cream, but it just didn't finish. Well, I hope this video was helpful. We can do experiments in our kitchen and have success and failure. But the only way we're going to learn what works and what doesn't work is just to get into the kitchen and do the things. And accept the fact that we will fail, but we can learn from those failures and move on. If you find any value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please, while you're at it, subscribe. I would love to have you part of the Grammy family. This is a kitchen where we make real food using real ingredients. Healthy, nutrient-dense, delicious, homemade meals that we make from scratch each and every time we get into this kitchen. Right over here, you're going to see 2 videos. Go check those out to the next upload. They're either going to inspire you to get into the kitchen, have some failures, have some success, feed your family real food. Until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye, family.